Narayan Ram, CEO at the company Purple Teal. Do you hear me well?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear perfectly. Now, are you sharing your screen?
I'm just about to do that.
Okay.
1 second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we just would love it to be full screen mode. So if you could just click another button there. Yes, we do have it. So your 5 minutes start now if you're good to go.
Great. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Narayan Ram. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Purple Teal. We sincerely thank you for this opportunity. Problem. Obesity and chronic conditions are on the rise constantly. Consumers' perception of diet being equal to high sacrifice is not helping the cause, and hence healthy eating is far from becoming a behavior. Solution, the Tweak and Eat app. Eat what you like, but tweak it a bit, one meal at a time. The best opportunity to change eating behavior is the current meal. Behavior change happens with small changes to each meal as you eat. The Tweak and Eat app is available in the US and India. We have several patents pending at this point, very favorably looked upon by the US Patent Office. Brief description of how it works. You can download the app and you fill out your personal profile and answer a few questions about yourself. It takes about a minute to complete the registration. And once you complete the registration, you come to the app's main page. The first thing that you see is the calories that's recommended for you based on your health goals and your personal profile. And the way you get started is to simply click on the camera button right in the middle of the app page and take a photo of the food plate or the drink in front of you. In this case, it's a photo of a pizza. You can provide a brief description before you can click on the tweak button. Once you click on the tweak button, in about a minute, you'll get a push notification. And once you click on the push notification, you will see the entire plate back with nutrition label that shows the calories, the carbs, the fat, the protein, others, including a personalized comment and input from a certified nutritionist. Our average response time is 57 seconds. Our backend is an AI platform that works in conjunction with human certified nutritionists in every country that we do business in. Once you get the plate back, the daily dashboard detects the calories that's being consumed and shows what's remaining for the rest of the day. Some other features, My EDR is the electronic diet record that shows all the tweaks that you've done so far. Tweakwall is our social media component where users actually share their plates on the wall. There is about 100,000 food plates on the wall at any given slice of time. Recipe wall are recipes from our certified nutritionists for different cuisines. MyFitness allows you to sync up your iWatch or Fitbit to the app. A little bit about our go-to-markets, direct-to-consumer, USA and India at this time. We promote the app through digital marketing channels, and our business model is a freemium model where we convert free users to premium users, and we have different levels of premium services. We are also experimenting in a few other markets outside of our direct-to-consumer markets. We have signed some telecom partnerships in the countries like Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and South Africa, and we have a revenue share arrangement with the telecoms. We get at least 40% of every subscription that we do through the telecom partners. Our user engagement metrics is fantastic, 2 million plus installs in a very short time, 100% organic. 541,000 active users, 2.2 tweaks per active user per day, and a whopping 6 minutes, 26 seconds spent by the user on our app on a daily basis. Our premium subscription growth is equally impressive. We went from 154 premium subscriptions in Q1 to 2,408 in Q3. We actually grew 798% in the month of September over August. Our average value per transaction is $41. Our telco subscriptions is very impressive as well. We've done approximately 67,000 subscriptions in this year at an average value of $3.88 per transaction. Customer successful outcomes, behavior change happens every few tweaks. Here is a simple example of a user going from a juice that's got preservatives to freshly squeezed juice to actually eating a fruit. There's an innumerable number of success stories that we've shared on our website. From a population perspective, 628 million calories of healthy food consumed, 40 million grams of carbs reduced, 58 million grams of fat reduced, 52 million grams of protein increased, 1.1 million pounds so far in successful weight loss. Our AI platform is growing very rapidly. We are on our way to building the largest real-world food plate database in the planet. Our management team has all the right ingredients to build a great, successful company. I've actually started a company before and I've exited successfully. This is my second startup, and we have who's who as far as the management team goes. From a financing perspective, we're starting the process of raising $5 to $6 million at this point. We expect to reach $18 million in annualized revenues with this funding, bootstrapped with family and friends so far. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. We're out of time. Thank you so much for your pitch. Dear jury, now we have 5 minutes for the Q&A. Who would like to start? George, maybe you.
Sure. Thanks, Narayan, for this pitch. One question for you. I know you shared the example of the pizza. And as you know, there are different ingredients that can go into the pizza. So how do you, from a picture, identify the nutritional value of the pizza? Like whether it's a cauliflower base or a wheat flour base, how do you know the differentiation?
There are two lines of defense with the back end. The first line of defense, as soon as you send a photo, is an AI platform. It tries to recognize the food. It tries to recognize the ingredients. It typically crunches out what it recognized in about a second or two. And if it recognizes with a greater than 95% probability, it crunches out the nutrition label along with the macronutrient information. But it's passed on to a human certified nutritionist, which is our second line of defense. If they approve, it's sent immediately. If they don't approve, they edit it. So at the end of the day, you will actually get a very accurate information because it's a hybrid human-machine model that ensures that you don't get the wrong label. And as far as the AI goes, we have about 220,000 food plates that's got multiple items that's trained. We actually train it on a per plate basis. And it's growing very rapidly, just purely from a learning perspective. The texture recognition has grown leaps and bounds, I would say, in the last 2 years, purely from a processing perspective. So it's getting better and better. It's not accurate by any means, but the human component helps us to ensure that it's 100% accurate.
Thank you.
Andrew, Andres?
In terms of that quick response time, how are you able to get kind of such a fast for when you had a human element? And kind of, I guess maybe second part of that is, you kind of said, you've got very high daily engagement. Is that, what is the consumer psychology you're seeing? Is it, just, hey, every meal I have, I should just snap this, get the feedback, and they give me feedback on what I'm eating? Like what drives users to really kind of to engage with that kind of that real-time feedback?
Sure. As far as the first part of the question goes, the AI platform typically, tries to recognize, and our processing time on the AI side is about a second. The processing units are pretty powerful these days. And when I say it's about a second, what it crunches out may or may not be accurate. But the comments that's associated with each of these plates is also automated to a certain extent. We allow the human nutritionists to edit those comments. We allow the human nutritionists to edit the labels. So it's more editing that they actually do than actually typing these comments from scratch. So it saves us a lot of time. Our average response time, processing time on the back end on a per plate basis, if the AI is accurate, is about 4 seconds. Our average response time if the AI is not accurate, and it's actually edited by a human nutritionist, is about 8 seconds. So you typically get it in 57 seconds, irrespective of whether the human nutritionist needs to edit it. To the second part of the question, people take photos of anything and everything these days. It's become a part of life. And so taking a photo is something that we don't have to ask people to do. All that we ask them to do is take a photo and the rest is taken care of. You start eating, and even if you had consumed the food, by the time the tweet comes back, from a behavior perspective, it starts educating the user. The next time you put the same plate together, at the back of your mind, subconsciously, you remember the fact that the nutritionist asked you to add a salad or cut this. And that's something that people start remembering, and that's the process of behavior change that starts. So from a user engagement perspective, it's extremely high just because people get some input at the time of consumption, and they've concluded that anything that comes in at the time of consumption actually sticks to them better than before or after the fact.
Thank you so much for your answers, Narayanan, and good luck with your project.